have a perfect smile, but yet cannot afford the treatment. So she thought that she could come up with an initiative where such individuals can have the platform to stand the chance of having their smile makeover, having their flawed dentition change into the smiles they've desired all along. So that's what Project Smile is all about. And we
so
thought
how drastic is this change? Because it's interesting, as you said, people that have flawed dentition. So does this go from, is surgery involved in this?
Yes. The cases are varied. You have a lot, when you talk about dental flaws could vary from mild cases to moderate cases to severe cases. And some of the mild cases are, you have, for example, Zoe's gap teeth is looking very nice, very beautiful.
Okay, I think I wanted to call it a case.
No, it's not. But you have extreme cases where a tooth can actually fit into that position. That's what they call,
is too wide.
yes, this is what they call diastema. It's actually a flaw. But some people, you know, it also makes some people look nice. But there's more severe cases like you have to, you can have a situation where two teeth are growing on a particular gum, or where you have a situation where the lower side of the set of teeth are behind, and then you have the front set resting on the gum here. And so that affects the way even people talk.
Speech,
and then you have situations where the teeth are colored, protruding. There are various cases that inform what we call dental flaws. But the sad part of it is because sometimes these cases are so bad that it begins to affect people's confidence. Yes. I mean, we've had situations where people are sending the stories to say that they've never smiled. In 2011, when we had the maiden edition, we have this particular case where this young mother says anytime she wants to go out shopping with her kids will say, please, mommy, don't smile outside. Yeah, it is that bad.
And she was one of your
yeah, she was one of the contestants for the maiden edition in 2011. And in so many cases, there's a particular case, a young guy that went through school. I mean, the parents, one surviving parent had to, did all their best to send him to school, came out with good grades, and couldn't get a good job. Just because at every interview, his dental configuration was the subject of the matter.
Was he going to be a marketer or something? I mean, those are the front.
Was it that bad that it was a subject of?
It was that bad in the sense that it affected his confidence. Even when people are talking to you, you feel that they're looking at your flaw. You see, it's more of a psychological issue. That's why in Project Smile, what we do is that we don't just look at the physical flaw itself. We look at how this has affected you. State. Yes, the mental state. So what we do, how you carry yourself, is because it's more about confidence. So what we do is that you send in your stories in 360 words, not more than 360 words, to just say, how has this flaw affected your life? What does it?
So that's how you get these beneficiaries.
Yes, that's how we get the beneficiaries. So currently we are in the call for entering phase. So we're inviting stories to come in. You send in yourself, and I'm going to talk about the modalities of how your viewers, whoever people out there, can send in.
When did they start? When did Project Smile start? When did Dr. Amy start this project?
The maiden edition, like I said, was in 2011.
Okay.
And that was the first edition. We had the second edition in 2014. The reason being that, the reason for that space was because we need to go back to the drawing board and look at it, how we can increase capacity to accommodate more beneficiaries. In the main edition, we only had one beneficiary, and that was because it was solely sponsored by the initiator, which is Dr. Amy. So we thought about how we can get sponsors to come on board, and so that more people can benefit. So in the second edition, which was in 2014, last year, we had designed the initiative to accommodate 3 winners, but because it's an emotional thing. So during the presentation of award to the 3 beneficiaries, individuals that were guests at the event decided to sponsor 6 other nominees.
Wow. So that's 9 people.
Yeah, that's 9 beneficiaries at the end of the day. I mean, Nigerians really have a big heart.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there have money, but you really do not know how much they care until you bring certain of these initiatives to them. And it was amazing how people were moved by the emotions of the day, of that day, and They had to sponsor 6 additional winners.
Because it sounds so cosmetic, but it's absolutely important.
Very, very important. It's very, very important. You really, even before I came on board, I didn't really know how dental issues can
affect people.
Yes,
we'll talk about the effects and what what Project Smile is actually doing. But in the meantime, you can go on to projectsmileng.com and see for yourself the wonders on that website. And when we come back, we'll also talk about how you can enter and be the next winner. Stay tuned. We'll go for a very quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk some more. All you need to do is follow the steps that Emmanuel Udoro, courtesy Project Smile representative, he is the project manager, will be telling us those steps that you will need to take to actually enter and maybe get your groove and your teeth smiling. Welcome back, Emmanuel. So you're going to give us these steps to entry.
How do I secure a place? Because I'm going for the Hollywood smile.
Great. So here again is an opportunity for you out there who think that you've been sentenced to a life of never having to showcase your teeth. You'll be sentenced to a life of having never to smile. Here is an opportunity for you. Now the procedures are that you log on to www.projectsmileng.com, and there you'll see the menus there. Submit your entries. What you're just expected to do is basically you're writing your story in not more than 360 words of why you really need a smile makeover. What are the things you've suffered in society? Are you one of those kind of persons that have been called Dracula all along in your life? Have you suffered certain social stigma? What does your bad dentition cost you in life? Just send in your story in 360 words. You're also expected, within the website, you see where you're expected to take a snapshot of your, more or less like a selfie, but your...
a teeth selfie.
Yeah, it's a teeth selfie. So you just take a snapshot of your dental configuration. And you can actually do that with your mobile phone and immediately, just log onto the website, upload the picture of your dental configuration, you're sending your stories and a little bit of some of your biodata. In any case, when you get to the website, you see the details there.
Who can enter?
Anyone can
Children?
enter. No, you have to be 18 years and above.
Why is that? Is it because of is it because of the treatment that they'll be getting? Is it different for children or young people?
Yeah, a little bit of the treatment that I'll be getting. Then, of course, because is an initiative, it is important for us to get your consent. Okay. As an individual, and when you are 18 years, you're adult enough to write your consent without any parental influences or on all that. That's one of the key reasons why you have to be 18 years and above. But anybody that is a Nigerian
must be 18 years. Yeah,
you have to be a Nigerian.
You can't be Estelle.
For now, the initiative is designed because we're giving back to Nigerians. To our society. That's what the initiative is about.
Very nice. We have a video on cue, and we want you to take a look at this clip, courtesy Project Smile.
I can remember walking into the clinic on the first day of the competition. I was so nervous and shy on that day. Everybody was smiling, everybody was welcoming me with warm and beautiful smiles, and I was just there like, I couldn't really smile. But I can remember nowadays vividly, I walk into that same clinic and I'm so bold, I'm so happy. I cannot thank Dr. Amy and her team enough. They have been so wonderful and professional to me. And treatment isn't even complete yet. I cannot imagine the level of impact it will have on my confidence once I'm through with the treatment. I'll be a whole different person. It will improve in every area of my life. Project Smile competition has changed my life.
That was a nice one. And she looks like, a young lady who, she's in her prime,
Yeah, and
maybe in school or going out to work.
Yeah, she's currently doing her service, NYC service. Okay. And I'll tell you a little bit of Jaye. Her name is Jaye Johnson, and she ought to have been here. She was supposed to be here to tell her story herself. Now, Jaye Johnson said something that, if you looked at the picture when she came to you will notice that her mouth is all, when she's talking, she's always humming, and she hardly opens her mouth. And she had said that she wasn't going to have the kind of wedding that other ladies usually have. Everybody knows a wedding is the ladies' thing, you get, and all that. She'll just do something very quiet, although she has a boyfriend that's accepted her the way she is, but the irony is that she hasn't really accepted herself that way, because it's a picture of the kind of Jaye she wants to be. To get. And so Precious Ma has given her that opportunity, and now Jaye says that she's so happy
she's
because
always smiling now.
She changed her wedding plans.
Show off.
Her wedding plans obviously changed.
Oh, now she wants,
yeah, she wants to have the more flamboyant wedding that, all her friends, and the kind of wedding she's seen other people attending. That's the kind of wedding she wants to have now.
But Emmanuel, tell us, in the course of this entry and competition, so to say, are there judges? How is this done? How do you get back to these people?
Like I was saying, we're currently in the call for entry phases. As entries are coming in, we're screening. We're doing the first eligibility screening phase, which is basically looking whether you pass basic things like the age, whether you follow the instructions of
the competition,
yes, the stories, and the how you take the picture, because the instruction of the way you should send in the picture of your dental configuration. So we're currently doing all that screening now as entries are coming. Entries have started coming in already. Then there's a phase where we get, based on the screening we've done now, we'll have a pool of entries that is going to be screened further based on...
Is there a deadline? When does the entries stop?
The entries will stop on May 17th.
Okay, so there's still a bit of time to
Yes,
get in
about 4 weeks. We still have about four weeks to go.
Right before the handover?
Yes, right before the handover.
So go on. So when
those entries, those entries at this phase will be screened, and then we'll determine who are the nominees. That's at that point you determine who the nominees are. And the nominees are, okay, these ones have the chance. That's what it means. These ones have the chance for the final screening. So we get in touch with the nominees, because during the registration, you have to enter your contact details and everything in the website. So we get in touch with them that you'll be nominated for the final screening. So the final screen, that's where they get to meet the judges. The judges are comprised of experts in dentistry, that's orthodontics, the periodontics, and all the various experts. And a psychologist is on board as well. Then a celebrity judge. Last year we had Dr. Seed on board as a celebrity judge. He's a dentist by training.
But is this judged by who has the worst dentition, or who has the most need? Who's the, how variable?
There are a number of criteria, and some of the, like I said, some of the criteria are taken from a psychological aspect. That's in terms of how the defect has affected the person's life. Then there's also the technical aspect. Technical aspect is something I'm not in a position to really explain. For example, a teeth can be looking very bad, and another one is not looking as bad as the one you think is looking bad. The dentist know which one has a more effect. The dentist can tell. This is not looking bad now.
Do they also run tests?
Yes, they run tests. They run a lot of clinical tests. A lot of clinical tests is run before the final screening. That's the part that I missed. So these nominees come in, they go through certain clinical procedure to assess what the problems are. So sometimes you can see somebody that has a terrible looking teeth, but it may not pose so much of a health hazard to the person compared to someone that is not looking. So they look at it and say, okay, this person, the teeth is not looking very bad, but 2 years down the line, he may be prone to certain diseases that may, short his or her lifespan. So we look at it from all those perspectives. So this is not looking too bad, but there's a risk to life down the line. Let's tackle this.
Okay. It's interesting that you say there's a risk to life. And I think, in the part 2 of this discussion, when we, actually show you what we've done to our teeth, perhaps maybe I'll have my gap tooth sealed. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much, Emmanuel.
But I
think I'll get a gap.
Your gap tooth is just fine.
It's fine, right?
Yeah, it's not, just not the...
Okay, we will not be showing that. We'll just have to say thank you and let you go at this point. We're looking forward to the part 2. So entrance, you have to ensure that you go on to projectsmileng.com/the-project and find out how you can be part of this project. Now, do not forget that May 13th?
May 17th.
May 17th is the deadline, so hurry down. And, you know, in the part 2 of the discussion, we'll definitely tell you how, you know, the entries have come so far and who has been picked. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Udoro.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Thank you.
That is the
Yeah, we'll
project
see you
manager. Yes, we'll definitely see you soon. Project manager of Project Smile has been with us speaking about how you can get your smile on. Do stay with us. Up next will be entertainment after this short break.